Hey everybody, it's City of the Wind Sage, and welcome back to Let's Play A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michael's, Yunna and Nanami's route. In the last episode, we had a bit of stuff go on, and I guess something of most important is Yunna decided to name Nanami vice chairperson of the committee, and pretty much said that Nanami is likely to be her successor. Anyway, in this episode, we're gonna keep going on with the story, so yeah.
こないだね、エリス様と雫様が卒業アルバムを褒めてたわよ。ずっと大事にするって言ってたわ。そう
ですか。よかった。先輩方、お元気そうでした?
Oh yeah, the graduation passed, so they're gone. So they are gone. So Shizuku and Eris are gone by this point.
ええ、相変わらずラブラブだったわよ。
ラブラブ。お元気そうで何よりです。いつかはお姉様も私を残して卒業していくんですね。
ナナミ、大丈夫よ、ナナミ。確かに私は来年卒業するけど。
はい。
おばあちゃんになってもナナミとはずっと一緒よ。
はい。
私からは決して卒業させてあげないから。
はい、お姉様。本当に大好きです、お姉様。
私もナナミを愛してる。
私 私も愛しています、お姉様。
Happy end. And this is why I was worried about ending episodes part off when I did, because now we're 5 minutes in with the ending. But I can find plenty of ways to fill up a good chunk of the time. First, we got to go through the credit sequence again, and yeah, that was A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michaels, Yunna and Nanami's route. Now, what do I think of all of it? Honestly, I feel this is a... Now, I'm comparing this game to one of the more later games, like the first game to one of the later games in the series. It's not a fair comparison, but hey, all I can really say is this is a vast improvement of their relationship. I really feel kind of like the emotional connection between these two. Maybe it's because they've been a couple for quite a while at this point, as opposed to just becoming a couple, but I struggled to see a chemistry in the beginning with these two. Something was there, but it didn't quite feel right. Now, I don't know what to say, except it was really good. So yeah, that's all I can really say about it. And as for this individual story, I like and kind of don't like how it kind of disconnects itself from Risa and Mia's story. Like, for example, I was really curious what the hell happened during that one call in freshman club, but yeah, the fact that it seems rather separate, that's fine. The fact that it seems rather separate, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, I really liked this story. It was a really enjoyable one, and it definitely has changed my opinion of the couple quite a bit, which I'll get into during some more final thoughts of just talking about the couple. But yeah, this story was really good. It was a really good growth. It was a really good growth thing for Nanami mostly. Yunna kind of stuck to a side character position, but I feel she didn't need the character development as much as Nanami, even though Yunna was definitely more in desperate need of improving the character. But yeah. Anyway, there we are. Let's go to the extras, and now if we check, yeah, Yunna and Nanami's CGs have added on too. So yeah, there's certainly a lot here, but what CG to go through to talk about? I'll go with this one. I'm going to see if I can change the music first, maybe. You know what, let's go with Vista. I'm feeling nostalgic. Anyway. Honestly, I thought this... Honestly, what I can say about this couple right now is... Before, they were one of my least favorite couples in the entire game. In fact, they were probably my least favorite. I felt there was a lot less emotional connection there than with some of the other characters. And again, these guys were very much a victim of just a weak start. But now that I've kind of, admittedly, I skipped their second story altogether, but I do plan to go back and see that eventually, but I could definitely say that it's definitely much improved here. Again, a lot of the issues I had with Yunna, that being, I thought, a lot of the issues I had with Yunna were resolved. Her kind of dirty girl nature was kind of switched more to a bit more for humor and definitely toned down as opposed to last time. And just the connection these two have definitely felt a lot more genuine than before. Again, I didn't feel much there, but now I do. And so, yeah. Honestly, where would I rank this couple? Well, the only couples I can really compare this to are Risa and Mia, Reo and Mai, and Sarah and Kaede. I don't feel comparing it to Eris and Shizuku and Takako and Runa is fair yet, as I've not gone through their routes or read either of their stories, or any of those couples' story. So let's go with just the simple, let's go with just grading them on where they rank 1 to 4, 1 being the best, 4 being the worst. I'd give them a 3, debatably a 2, but I feel Mai and Reo is just going to knock them out of the water when their story comes around. But I give them a solid 3, again, debatably a 2. Probably more definitely a 3, actually. I have a bit of that, finished reading the story. I'm still on a bit of a high with that, so it might affect my opinion a little bit. But they snuggle right into third best, or I guess second worst, depending on. But yeah, and I do have a reason for that, and that partially also has to do with not only are they greatly improved here, but then there's the matter of Sarah and Kaede being knocked down a peg, and that's partly because of their couple. The thing about Sarah and Kaide's couple, and I'll talk about this more maybe later, is that I honestly found their couple in a way a bit bland. I didn't hate it, but aside from a few moments, I didn't feel strongly compelled to like their couple so much either. I don't know what it is. Maybe the character, maybe the story is just it doesn't grab me the same way, and it was, I guess in a way you can say it was a bit of a boring couple. It was a nice couple, nothing too out there. I guess it seemed rather ordinary to me, but that's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be out. It doesn't have to be out there wacky to be. It could perfectly be just by itself. That being said, yeah, the reason Yunna and Nanami was worse than them at the moment, even though I thought Sarah and Kaede were a bit on the bland side, is because I had things I just outright didn't like with Yunna and Nanami's couple. Those things have been pretty much pushed out of the way, and I definitely like this couple a whole lot more, and any issues I had with it, I'm not going to say are gone. Just because they did good here doesn't mean they didn't screw up a bit in the past with it. Or just because I like it now a lot better here doesn't mean my issues with that past story for the first story isn't there. But I certainly feel that this is a bigger improvement, and I really, really do like it. I really do like the couple now. I still think Risa and Mia are definitely my favorite couple. The way their characters interact, and the way they kind of, I feel, in the way pretty much complete each other, almost makes it the perfect couple in my eyes. With Yunna and Nanami, it feels a lot more, it feels a bit more like, Yunna kind of guiding Nanami by the hand, dragging Nanami by the hand in a way throughout some of their couple. Their chemistry is really solid, and it's definitely a lot better now. But it feels a bit more like we're seeing. It feels a lot more like It feels a lot more like the story this time around focuses on Nanami a lot. And I get that's the point. She's the point of view character. You can debatably say Risa and Mia's story focused on Risa a lot. But I feel like it's less about focus and more about, I feel this is more Nanami's story, and Yunna's there kind of as the crutch for it. Because it's a lot of Nanami doing things in reaction to something with Yunna and her growing from it. And yeah, she needed the character growth more than Yunna, because Yunna seems pretty set, though, in a way when Nanami's put in charge of everything, and she kind of has to learn to take it easy. It almost feels like she's taking a bit of Yunna's character development at that moment. But yeah, it overall is really good. But yeah, I really liked it. But again, it does feel more like the story focused on Nanami a lot, as opposed to just you know, focusing on the couple. So I guess that's a little bit of its weakness. And again, that might not be also a fair comparison with Risa and Mia too. As with Risa and Mia's story, that was their first story, and you know, that was them becoming the couple and explaining all of that. So of course it focuses on both of them a lot. But just because this couple's already well established doesn't mean, just because Yunna and Nanami is already a well established couple doesn't mean the focus has to switch between. Doesn't mean the focus has to be more on one and less of the other. Again, I don't think that this is maybe what they were intending. They were probably, you know, intending to give, you know, they probably still intended to be kind of an equal balance, but to me it felt like Nanami was more Nanami was more kind of almost the main character in a way, as opposed to with Risa and Mia's route, where both Risa and Mia felt very important. So I guess that's my thing on it. And keep in mind, this opinion of a kind of shifting focus to more on one character might apply to the other route, might apply with Sarah and Kaede and Mai and Reo too. I'm just not sure about it. But yeah, speaking of the other couples, who's next for routes? Well, I don't know if I'm going to be taking a break like I did last time. I might take a bit of a break, but then again, I also recorded a lot more of this at once. In fact, again, this is being recorded the same day I believe episode 1 has come out for you guys. So yeah, again, these routes are a lot, and I mean a lot shorter. I think this is part 11 right now, maybe? But anyway, who am I doing next? Well, I'm going down the line, honestly. So Sarah and Kaede's next, and hopes and expectations. I don't really have any, honestly. Again, like I said before, something about Sarah and Kaede, it's not that I don't like them, it's just that it's kind of there for me. It exists. It's not bad, and you know, I said boring earlier. That's not right. I'm not bored of the couple. Just they're just, you know, it kind of feels like they're just there. With Yunna and Nanami, I at least had something very big to look forward to, in the fact that, like, you know, like, I was looking forward to seeing how the couple would improve if it did. And to an extent, I don't really have anything like that for Sarah and Kaede. I liked them. They were okay before, and you know, from I've seen of their interactions now, they seem pretty good here. They seem pretty good in their position too. And honestly, sadly, I feel this is the only time I'm feeling this is the only kind of couple where I'm feeling kind of like I don't feel anything in terms of like, you know, I'm glad to, you know, see him again. I'm glad to, you know, have another story, and I'm looking forward to all of that. But I don't have any, like, hopes or expectations. It just exists. With Mai and Reo, I'm looking forward to seeing them because they were my favorite couple for a while. I'm curious to see if they can regain that position. And there's some other things that I'm looking forward to, and, you know, expectations, hopes there. And with Shizuku and Takako, they have the benefit for me of I haven't read their story, so there's kind of an air of mystery to them. I'm really curious, as this will be my first story seeing them and how that'll hold up. In a way, it'll be kind of like my like the experiences of the average Western player who picks this up for the first time, who maybe isn't familiar with the series. This will be my first time experiencing Runa and Takako and Shizuku and Eris, so I So I'll be seeing those for the first time, and I'm wondering how that story will hold up. I won't be able to catch all the references or nods, and I won't have any previous experience to go back on to relate to. So I'm curious how they'll hold up. And how their older stories will hold up when I go back and read them eventually. Sarah and Kaede, yeah, I'm looking forward to it and I'm excited for it, but I don't have anything in the way of expectations or hopes, except, you know, I kind of hope it does something to make itself stand out a bit more, I guess. But yeah, that's it. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm not looking forward to it. It's not like I don't like Sarah and Kaede. It's just, yeah, it seems kind of, I guess, in a way average to me, So I guess you can say I'm not as excited as with the other routes where I'm excited for those, but I do want to do them. But I do want to do them next. And you know, I do hope that my opinion of them changes. So I guess that's my hopes. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end things off here. So, next time on A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michael, this route's over. We'll be beginning a new route with Sarah and Kaede. So, see you guys then.